Hey, what's up everyone? So today we're going to be talking about the GoPro Hero 7 Black. It's one of those cameras that people love and people hate. Let's get started, guys. So the GoPro is one of those cameras that's been around forever, and it's made its name, right? It's a great camera. It comes in this small little box. It goes underwater. You can drop it. You can do this. You can do that, and it will survive the test. It would survive the test, wouldn't it? It would. If you drop it, it would survive. Hopefully, it's meant to. It really is meant to. But if that sounds like you, if you sound like someone that's going to take this to extreme places, or if you feel like you're going to be one of those people that takes swimming, then probably GoPro is the only and best option for you. So what I like about the GoPro, I like the fact that it does 4K 60 with hyper smooth stabilization, right? That's awesome. It does 1080 60 with hyper smooth, but it goes up to 120 with standard stabilization. And it actually goes up to 1080 240 frames a second, which is really nice. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the stabilization. The main reason why anybody is going to upgrade from the 5 or 6 to the Hero 7 Black, and that is the hyper smooth stabilization. It is damn good. Like, so damn good, guys. Like, I'm not even kidding. The stabilization of the GoPro Hero 7 Black is like 10 times better than any previous generation on the GoPro. It's not gimbal-like, right? It's not gimbal. So it's not like sticking your GoPro on a gimbal. But for software-based stabilization, I feel like it's the best software-based, electronic-based stabilization on the market right now, built into an action camera and maybe even any camera. Right, so the GoPro has done a really good job with this, but we have so many things to complain about on this camera, right? And I've got to complain about the microphones. And I'm not talking about the built-in microphones, because GoPro has done an excellent job on those built-in microphones. I've got to talk about the external plug-in microphone. You gotta buy this crappy dongle that sticks out of the camera to be able to hook up an external mic to it. In an interview that Casey Neistat did with the founder of GoPro, he's not sure why people aren't using a GoPro to vlog on. That's because you don't give us an easy solution to hook up a mic. On top of buying this little box, to hook up a mic, you gotta put it into a cage, and not the standard GoPro cage, which means you gotta buy another GoPro, not even a GoPro cage. I don't even think GoPro makes a cage for it. I think you gotta buy some kind of sort of third-party cage, and then you can hook up the box to the mic, and then the box to the GoPro. And that's a lot of dangling around. That's a lot of cables. It's not the best solution, guys. And seriously, if they just made it so you can plug in the mic directly into the GoPro itself, man, that would have been so good and would have made so many people excited. GoPro, why are you trying to skim us another 50 bucks, huh? For that little mic plug-in? Seriously, you know you could have just give us some mic input. But one thing that I do seriously like about this GoPro Hero 7 Black is the built-in microphone. I mean, when you go swimming or when you're running around on the beach, you don't want your microphone to be filled with sand. So having a decent mic that's actually built in, it's not the best, but for built-in mic that you can just stick underwater and wash off, it does a really good job. So GoPro, good job on the mics. The video that comes out of the GoPro is actually, in my opinion, really cool. I like the fisheye view, and I like the kind of wide views. So GoPro definitely has a GoPro look to it, and I feel like when you go into ProTune and be able to select all the settings manually, that, my friend, sets the GoPro apart from a lot of the other action cameras. The GoPro, so good, guys. Okay, so this is something that I found out recently, and this is a major bummer. This is big bum, dirty bum, ugly bum, big ugly dirty bum. There's one thing that I found out recently, and this is gets me heart boiling, guys. Gets me angry. Is the fact that on the GoPro app, as soon as you hit that record button, the screen goes off. So you can set up the shot, but you can't monitor the shot while it's shooting. And that is kind of stupid, right? That's really stupid. In my opinion, that is so stupid. It's not even funny how stupid that is. I've got to talk to you guys about photos. Photos on this thing bugs the heck out of me. Right. And I'm not talking about the image quality. The image quality is it's alright. You get about a 12 megapixel photo out of it. But what bugs the hell out of me is how freaking slow it takes to process an image. I mean, when you take a photo, it takes a while for the photo to process before you can do anything with the camera. I mean, come on. Why is it taking so long for the thing to process an image? Like, seriously, I'm not even kidding you. I can't take more than one photo at a time. Like, if you take one photo and then you gotta wait for it, right? You gotta literally sit there and wait for a split second. Not even a split second, like a couple of seconds. Hyperlapse. Let me talk to you about hyperlapse. The hyperlapse on the GoPro works so good that I'll say if you're a hyperlapse person, definitely get one. The good thing about doing hyperlapse on the GoPro is the fact that you don't need to set it on a tripod or a monopod. You can just hold it on your hand and walk. And I feel like it just makes hyperlapse easy for everybody to do. For those that don't know what hyperlapse is when you're doing kind of a time lapse but you're moving. Right? It's kind of like a hyper time lapse. You're hypering over stuff, over distances. What is next? I don't know. What else can I talk about? You know, like, one of the things I like about the GoPro is that you don't have to cradle it, right? And I love just giving the GoPro to my daughters and letting them play with it, experiment with it. When I was traveling, I just let them play with it. I mean, if they drop it, what's going to happen? They might scratch the front element of the glass, which is replaceable, which is amazing, because I've definitely scratched it on my own. But like, just being able to give something to your girls and kind of encourage them to be creative and not have to worry about them breaking it, that's another big bonus to me. You can't do that with the DJI Pocket. If you're to give that to your daughters or your sons and they hit something with it, it's done, right? It's gone, the gimbal's broken. And the X, I'm pretty sure if you were to smack that glass, the front element of the glass, because it does kind of come out, it comes out like a bubble. So if you were to smack that front element, you're gonna have to replace it, right? And I don't think it's a part that you can buy and do yourself. I think it's something that you're gonna send back into Insta360. So GoPro, just having that front element be able to come off, and you don't have to worry about, you know, looking after the GoPro as much, because it is an action camera. It's meant to be used, it's meant to be dropped, it's meant to be abused. So with all that said, one of the biggest reasons why I like it is the fact that I can hand it to my little girls and they can play with it. They can be creative, which to me, it's priceless, guys, seriously. So one of the cameras that I feel like the GoPro is being compared to is the DJI Osmo Pocket. And that, I don't feel like, is a proper action camera, right? It's a camera on a gimbal, and for what it is and for the price point, it's actually an amazing camera. But you're not gonna stick a Osmo Pocket on the front of your car. You're not gonna take the Osmo Pocket swimming. So I don't feel like it's fair to compare the Osmo Pocket to the GoPro. But if we were to compare the image quality wise, the GoPro, in my opinion, kills out the part. If you're gonna compare the gimbal, then the Osmo Pocket has it hands down. It's got a actual gimbal connected to it, right? You're gonna get much smoother video with the Pocket, but I feel like the GoPro is there for, if you're going for that image quality, then the GoPro has it over the Pocket. I don't feel like it's in my opinion not an extreme camera. It's not built to go underwater, but you might be able to with a housing. So the other camera that you guys should be considering to when you're deciding to get a GoPro or not is probably the Insta360X. So with the Insta360X, right, it's an amazing camera. There's a bunch of shots that I feel like you can get with the 360X that you can't do with a GoPro, just because you're capturing everything around you. You can select your shots after. The actual stabilization on that looks really good. I believe it's digital. It's got to be digital, but the image quality isn't quite there yet. It's taking, I think, a 5.7K video, but that, when you think about it, that's 5.7K in full 360, right? So when you actually crop in, I think you can get about a 2.7K file out of it, or at least a 1080, but it's not close to like a GoPro 4K video. So final conclusion is, if you're traveling and you're going to a beach and you're going to go swimming or diving, snorkeling, whatever it could be, even if you're going out to a shooting range or whatever it is, right? Sandboarding, cliff diving, I would say GoPro is the camera you want to get. It's built to last, it's strong, it does great video, it does great photos, kinda, but it's built to last, and you don't have to worry about breaking it, right? You gotta seriously break this thing, like purposely break it for it to break, in my opinion. So I recently went on this trip across Asia and Australia, and I took the GoPro to test for a month, and the GoPro came out of the bag so many times. It's so easy to just whip it out as you're walking down the street and do a quick video, do a quick hyperlapse video, do a time-lapse video, set it up, press the shutter button, let it go overnight, and it'll do this amazing time-lapse video. I took it across Asia. I loved it. I took it out more than I thought I would, even just to get like B-roll, just to like get the wide shot. For me, it saved me carrying around a wide-angle lens. Like seriously, having the GoPro in my pocket, it gets me the shots that I need, where I would usually carry around something like a 16-35. Having the GoPro in my pocket, it's smaller than a 16-35, guys. And that to me is kind of really cool, because I have another camera, and this becomes my backup camera. So when I was traveling, I had my Canon with 2 lenses, and then I had my GoPro. And if my Canon EOS R was to ever break, which it didn't, it worked perfectly, at least I had a second camera. But if I was just to carry a third wide angle lens and not have my GoPro, then my EOS R breaks, I'm really just can't do anything, right? The GoPro to me is that wide angle shot. It's my action shot. It's so versatile in your bag. Okay, that's it for now, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, please smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. In the future, I want to do more videos, less about gear, but more about the creativity and the process behind making images and videos. So if that sounds good to you, stay tuned. And until next time, guys, go out and create. All right, that's it, guys. Peace.